Just when you think that you get your monthly Resident Evil rumor or leak, whatever the case may be, all of a sudden, a couple days later, which is today or even yesterday, another one hits, and it's actually about the video game details, I guess, about Resident Evil 9. It's just weird that it's all starting to hit now, where it's like left and right, you're gonna start seeing these though, which is kind of like telling me that this game is closer to being revealed than expected. Well, especially now that there's, the rumor of the PlayStation event happening this month and all that, like I've explained in previous videos. I don't know, it's hitting weird for me. When I heard these rumors, and just to let y'all know, these are all rumors before confirmation, and I 100% understand if you guys are completely tired of these kind of videos and with how repetitive that they have become recently, and I don't blame you guys. I'm sensing it too when I'm making these videos, pointing out what I should talk about. It just all seems really, really repetitive more recently, especially with this game. So I'm gonna read the rumors and I'm gonna give you my entire thoughts on how all of these rumors have been circulating, like once we were starting to hear the buzz about RE9, like all the way back into around maybe late 2021, it feels like. It just feels all over the place, to be completely real with you. But anyways, here are the supposed rumors. RE9 stars Leon S. Kennedy during the opening sequence. Not clear if he'll be the sole protagonist. Set in summer of 2025, meaning Leon will be 48 years old. Takes place on a South Asian island like Singapore. The location/characters may change later as we progress in the game. Not yet clear. Another thing aside from Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil 1 Remake is reportedly coming in 2026 for the series' 30th anniversary, which is absolutely hilarious because I feel like that I mentioned that a really, really long time ago in, I think around when Resident Evil Death Island was on the brink of release, and just knowing that that is a plan is just hilarious though. But don't get me wrong, I'm not the one that came up with it. It's just that a lot of people really were expecting something like that first off, if anything. There's a lot of parts and there was just like too many connections into really like coming down onto who the specific source was, and I know who it is already. I'll just reveal that to you guys later though, but I'm just gonna keep on reading a lot more. If you this part or something like that, then just feel free to. I mean, I don't blame you, especially with these kind of videos. Leon Kennedy will be the main character in the game's introduction. The source does not know why only the game's introduction was mentioned, as the character may change with the passage of events. This information is almost certain because it is from a reliable source that our own source reported to us. But then he mentioned that he heard another piece of news, but he is not sure about it, which is that Resident Evil 1 Remake will be released in 2026. But what makes this possible? Director Masachika Kawada previously stated that it appears Capcom is preparing something for the series' 30th anniversary, and concluded his statement by saying details are secret. Note that the 30th anniversary will be in 2026, and according to what the source heard, the remake of the first part will be released in 2026. So perhaps the thing that Capcom is preparing is for the remake, especially as it is related to the anniversary. I just want to quickly throw in there that the RE1 part of this entire thing feels more like speculation rather than an actual source telling us that, because the fans have been speculating that for a really long fucking time, it feels like. If anybody is actually wondering on where this person got the source from, it was from a random person in a Discord server that was in the same server as, a quote-unquote reliable Resident Evil insider, I guess. Whatever you want to call him, whatever he is now, Dusk Golem, that guy. Yeah, he's the one that ended up saying something about Leon being in RE9, the Singapore location and all that. It's fucking weird. If I remember this very clearly, I think this was around 2022 or whatever the case may be. He said before, a long time ago, this was around the time where the RE Outrage rumors were circulating a little bit, and now, the game's obviously cancelled. It's that there is an obvious screenshot. It's out there. I think I might have put it in my videos from like 1 or 2 years ago. He ended up saying that Jill was going to have a prominent role in Resident Evil 9 or Outrage, or Resident Evil Outrage, or Revelations 3, whatever the fuck the game was. And now all of a sudden, it's Leon that's the main protagonist though. Now, of course, it doesn't rule out Jill having a prominent role in the game. What's another thing is that is just completely weird to me is that, by the way guys, this is a completely unscripted video. There's no script whatsoever. This is just off the dome and whatever the case may be. Resident Evil 8's cliffhanger, like, what was the point of showing us that if you're not going to take advantage of that in the next game? I understand that when you release a mainline Resident Evil game, it takes place the year you release the game. Like, Village took place in 2021, it released in that, so on and so forth, right? What was the point of showing the RE8 cliffhanger if you're just not gonna do it for RE9? Like, it doesn't hurt if you stay in 2021 or go to 2022 or whatever the case may be, unless somehow this still has something to do with the BSAA plot, but it's just from Leon's perspective, which, again, it feels really, really weird, which begs the question, where the fuck is Jill? Jill has been the most requested character to be the main role, to be the main character in Resident Evil 9 for the past few years. If Jill isn't necessarily in this game, there's going to be a lot of people extremely pissed about this, and I already know it. It's just, I know that people, they want a good game, but deep down they really want to see their favorite characters, and I would genuinely feel bad. And what's crazy is that I remember that Dusk said that RE9 was going to be like this trilogy within RE7 and 8 with like a winter story, whatever it was. If this is true about Leon being in RE9, there was no plans for Jill to star in this game. Maybe she could be like a second role, she could be a second playable protagonist, like an A and B scenario, but if Leon, from what I've been hearing, is the main sole protagonist, there's nothing. There was no plans about Jill whatsoever, especially that this game has been rumored to be in development for the past 7 years. Despite all of the requests and whatnot, if that's true, then fuck, a lot of Jill fans are going to be down bad, like legitimately. If you are going to include Jill in this game, you're going to have to include Chris, and then a lot of people are going to want to see Claire. If Leon is a star role in a Resident Evil video game, Ada is a part of the package. You saw it with RE2, 4, their remakes, 6, Darkside Chronicles, and maybe now RE9. So it makes you wonder, is this going to be another Resident Evil 6 with multiple campaigns and whatnot? I have no idea. It feels like it's way too out there, because last month we just got, the word that it was going to be open world. A couple weeks later, it's delayed. A week later, oh, it's not delayed anymore, guys. It's coming out in January. And then now all of a sudden, Leon is the main role. He's the main character. And I completely understand where people are pissed off about Leon being the main role guy. I'm sorry if I sound repetitive again, unscripted video. It's that Leon hasn't been in an updated Resident Evil game since RE6, which took place in 2012 or 2013. But Jill should be first. I will take any sort of Leon content that I can get past the Resident Evil 6, because I'm really tired of seeing him in remakes specifically. That's why I want the next remakes to be Code Veronica, 0, 1, and 5. Those are the 4 games I want remade. You could throw an Outbreak there too if you want. I just don't think Resident Evil 9 is like the game that fits him. Do you get what I mean? Again, Jill has been way more requested than Leon for so damn long. And it's not that Leon's like this shit character or anything, though. He's my favorite character of all time in video games. I don't think he's a good fit, especially if the RE9 plot does involve the BSAA. But if Leon is the role guy, if he's the main guy, then the plot has to be different then. Again, goes back to what I was saying, like, what was the point of teasing us with that cliffhanger? Because all of us were expecting RE9 to be about it. Now, there's still a chance it can, but if Leon's going to be a part of this and he's going to be the main guy, then what the actual fuck? It doesn't make sense unless this is another Resident Evil 6. That's just what it feels like. I'm gonna look like an absolute fucking clown if this is the case, because of how many videos I made about Jill, about the BSAA, about who is behind pulling the strings about the BOWs that they're using, who could possibly, be behind it, whether if it's Raymond or Jessica or Alex Wesker, something, whoever, fucking even Albert, if he somehow is still alive, like, I don't know. Something just feels just off in general about these rumors, man. And I'm not gonna lie with you. I understand that these rumors are spiking up, which I would assume that, the game is really, really close to being revealed. Which is why I want the PlayStation event to happen and be announced sooner rather than later. So I can just, feel a little bit more comfortable when I watch it and just know, like, to just be on the lookout. But I'm gonna say this, and but before that, actually, I want to ask you guys a very important question in the comments, though. And seriously, I need y'all to comment, though, because I don't know about this personally. When Resident Evil 8 was on the brink of reveal, There was a leak or a rumor talking about Ethan being the main protagonist again and Chris having a role. And it was about, you know, the vampire monsters and whatnot. I want to ask you guys this important question, though, and you guys need to help me out in this comment section. When was that a thing? When was it? Was it a week before the reveal? Was it a month? What was it? You gotta let me know, because if this is like, you know, the same thing with RE8 over again, then I might feel a little bit more comfortable, like, knowing about it. But then again, it's Dusk Golem, so it's like, I don't know, I'm 50-50 on it. Especially now with, like, all the hype and rumors circulating within the past month. And I am just gonna say this. If somehow, someway, Dusk Golem, you are wrong about this shit, no Diddy, no Drizzy, I'm on your fucking ass, I swear. This was a video that was completely unplanned, and I just noticed that there's a lot of people talking about it. But the thing is, when I make these videos, I just want to be as honest as possible with you guys. If you're gonna go with this plot with Leon, what was the point of showing the RE8 cliffhanger? Because that's what got a lot of people pulled in, and it's what got a lot of people hyped about RE9. And if it's a different plot, it's just gonna feel weird. Like, how are you gonna cover that stuff? Is it gonna be a CGI movie? Is it gonna be Revelations 3? Like, what is it gonna be? We don't even know if Revelations 3 will ever even happen. We know a CGI movie might happen, but I don't know, man. It just feels weird. But again, if Dusk Golem is wrong, then I don't want to hear anybody say anything about him again. And I think his credibility will be fucking done for if he does get this wrong. But if he is right, I'm literally the Shaq meme where it says, I owe you an apology, I wasn't familiar with your game. That's gonna be me. I'll apologize, I'll give him his props, but I'm gonna be there if he's wrong. I've said that in my last video, or my last 2 videos, and I'll say it again. And I'll constantly say it until I get results, or the truth, whatever it is, or the reveal. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this little mini rant, unscripted video. I just hope that Jill's in this game. It's just way too long. And if Leon is in it, Ada's obviously going to be in it. Especially with that, she was scrapped for RE8. We saw the concept art. You know, she was originally planned to be in the story, but then she just didn't fit. Maybe they're saving her up for RE9 with Leon. I don't know what the case may be. I still think Leon and Ada would fit Revelations 3 really, really well, but if it's RE9, then it's RE9. But if Jill isn't in this game, just expect a lot of people to be pissed off, especially if the game is about Leon or Chris. Hell, if it's about both of them, I think a lot of people will even be more pissed. But yeah, sorry if I lost my voice a little bit though. I'm just settled down, I guess, but I know you guys might be tired of these videos and whatnot. Like, don't get me wrong, again, I am too. It's just, I'd rather just be honest as possible with you guys and just give you my thoughts. I don't necessarily want to falsely hype you guys up or just like clickbait the shit out of you, which I don't know if my thumbnails do that, I don't know if my titles do that, but these were just my thoughts on the rumors. I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's fake, but if there is a PlayStation event that happens this month, I really, really want to know what this game is going to be about. Because in reality, we really don't know anything about this game. We don't know if it's going to be open world. We don't know if it's going to be fucking skinwalkers and wendigos. We don't know if Leon's going to be in the game. We don't know anything. We truly don't. It's nothing but unconfirmed rumors. It's just that when that reveal happens, we'll get our answers finally. Yeah, anyways guys, I'll catch y'all on my next vid. Peace out, and much love.